All right, everybody, this is good. Pets are over here. If you have a pet, oh,
that is QuickTune, one of the raid leaders, is talking. He is a very experienced EQer. Normally, power game's a little bit harder than normal, but
the screen because I'm very Italian.
Hey, me too.
So, like, when I'm telling you to come over here, I'm actually doing like the come here with my hand thing.
I've seen Sopranos. I know what you
Are
mean.
we expecting many wipes today? We have no idea. We have no idea. Does everyone get personal loot or is it shared? Oh, it's when a boss drops, it drops 1 to 4 items, and then everyone in the raid basically has to roll for them.
Tell yogurt if you need.
This game is older than probably 25 to 30% of the audience. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Crab. People, I'm getting a lot of tells saying that you're not inviting these people. Can you make sure you turn on tell windows so you can get these people in the raid? Oh my god,
sent out several.
Let's see. We got to get everyone DMF'd.
That you've gotten a DZ ad, type /raid accept.
Let's get Obez a dead man floating. This is a really good levitate buff that we can cast.
Everyone, if you're a clerk, please put your mana.
AFK Twitch, Code, did you say he normally power games harder than normal? Yeah. The guy leading our guild or leading our raids. We actually have multiple raid leaders. We have Obez, QuickTune, Crab, who is actually a beginning streamer himself, Yogurt, who is one of our enchanters that's been helping out with a lot of stuff, and then we have Boatman, who is not really leading raids yet because he's doing some stuff on his live server, but he also helps out. QuickTune in general, QuickTune is normally a power gamer. Normally he plays in like the highest end guilds and he does like all the big stuff. There's a couple guilds on the server that do that, but this time QuickTune is playing with a buddy who doesn't play like him, so we get to benefit from all of his raid experience, but at the same time he's able to help lead raids and stuff like that. So it's really good we have people like that around. Him and Crab are very experienced EverQuest 1 raiders. So it lets me do things like stream this and not have to lead the raid, which is great because I was kind of worried at first that I would have to lead and stream at the same time, and honestly that's just messy. I've done it in the past. It's not super easy. So I'm really glad this time around we've gotten not only a raid leader, but multiple raid leaders that not only work well together, but they're constantly communicating. It's really good. It's really good. And all of them kind of fit the very good vibesy thing we have in our guild. So yeah, it's really working out well so far. Last night we had our first guild kill on Maestro, which is one of the bigger mobs. We're actually going after him again this time. This will be the first time we've ever killed him as a guild only. Yesterday we were there's this really cool guild on the server named Flames of Vengeance, and we've grouped up with them a couple times to take down big raid mobs. So shout out to them, by the way. Very cool guild. We really appreciate how chill you guys have been. Like last night, for instance, we were fighting a mob that was up in a zone. We wiped.
Did anyone tell Co about
hold on.
The Innoruuk raid that we had?
Oh, I heard.
Yes.
I heard. Yes. that is a story for another time.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Take my VOD off.
But yeah, so
yeah,
very cool guild. Last night we actually wiped because we didn't have enough players. And hold on, I'm gonna actually mute this real quick
I looked over the
because yeah, that's some guild stuff that we don't need to hear. But basically we wiped last night on Maestro of Rancor because we didn't have enough people. It was a really late raid, and what could have happened is this other guild called Flame of Vengeance could have moved in and just killed the mob. They were fully okay. We had wiped. We did not have control over the fight, so they easily could have moved in and taken the mob. But what they did was they sent us a tell, and they were like, look, we saw that you just wiped. Go ahead and give it another try, and if you guys wipe again, then we can kill it together. And it's like, dudes, you did not need to do that. Like that was way above and beyond. Like that was really good play. So needless to say, we actually grouped up with them later and took down Maestro, and that was super awesome. Super awesome. Yeah, I did hear about that. For those that haven't heard, it looks like we lost an icon today. One of the original Batmans, Adam West, has passed. A fantastic person, amazing cameos towards the end of his life, and an overall stand-up dude. So he will be missed. He will be missed. He will be missed. Rip Adam West. All right.
Tank, because you want to kind of move him a little bit. Obez, please get buffs.
Yeah. Why am I not playing RimWorld? I'm actually going to play more RimWorld on Tuesday. I don't know why I just decided to say the first word of Tuesday and then just stop. But we're going to be playing more on Tuesday.
Get a
Yeah.
charm break and an ire gas, please, Mallow. Thank you.
Very good.
What's kind of funny in raids is I have kind of long casting spells, and not only do my spells take a while to cast, but then they take even more time to do damage. And when we have this many people, the mobs die so fast that there's almost very little I can do against trash. It's kind of funny.
Only the main tank and the second tank are getting.
I agree, Best Ginger. Adam West is one of the best
no
Batmans.
Oaks or anything like
Yeah,
that.
he was pretty amazing.
All right, Malin and Obez, come up here.
EGDE, good to see you. Grabs, what's up, man? Good to see you guys.
All right, I'm gonna go with a poll. We're ready, guys. Read them.
Just real quick, which commands
what's up, Dub?
make it stay in the same spot or go back to the same spot after it's done?
Guard.
That's Dub 218 if you guys know him. There's a lot of people you guys are going to know in here.
And if it's
A
already
lot of
started,
people.
spot
A lot of people don't use their
follow.
Twitch names,
Move it.
but there's a very, very good amount of the people you see on the screen right now are people you guys know in the community. A lot of them just, again, aren't using their own names.
All
But
right, Malin and Obez,
pretty
please,
awesome.
build up initial aggro. When you think you have enough, please call for the assist. Heals
Oh, this is a
on
named.
Malin.
This is High Priest Imkari. This is actually one that will drop loot. So right now our
That's
tank is
slow.
etablishing aggro. None of us are
Malin
attacking
slash
yet.
Center.
We're letting him get aggro, and then we're going to send the pets in. This is...
Obez
Oh,
is
no!
Come on, healers.
Ooh,
We
that's
need
not
to
good.
roll and get in there.
Now we have a secondary paladin going in. Malin is a Shadow Knight. He's taking aggro for now, so
All right,
hopefully
Mal's
the...
on. We need a slow.
Okay, there we go. Still trying to establish aggro.
All right,
These-
everyone, assist.
All right, we're doing it. So now we're sending in the pet. We're going to start loading up the DOTs and get this guy down as quick as we can. So first we're going to do a health drain DOT. And we're going to drop on a fire DOT, make sure that lands. There it is. We may be able to poison this
Basil,
guy.
you have aggro.
No, he resisted. We're going to try one more time. Unfortunately, the mobs here have crazy high poison resistance, so there's not much I can do about it. Okay. So we have the pet on it, and we got our dots going.
If you're a
He just
nuking class,
got
I would
aggro.
not recommend chain nuking until the boss is under 50%.
Is this guy undead? He may be undead. Let's
Don't
give it a
worry,
try.
He's got a lot of hit points. You'll get your mana worth on him.
Is this guy undead?
Aggro
No?
management is key. He's not undead now.
He's, okay, cool. Alright, so our fire buff is going to be getting off a little bit. We went ahead and refreshed that.
Toss some buffs if you. Shaman
More
buffs,
dots!
Obez.
More dots. What's the mug my
This
skeleton
guy's
is holding?
melting, guys. Great
That is a
work.
Stein of Magok. It is a really
At,
good offhand weapon.
30%
Or
he's
offhand
very
item.
heal.
Has a
I need
huge amount of
our
intelligence.
Wizards to load up Titian's class and stuns. When you see him trying to complete heal, or when you see him trying to cast a spell, I need you guys
Mitigation
to
on the
flash
mighty
him.
breaks the game.
At the
There's a
same
lot of
time,
rules out the
we have
window. When the
pets.
mob
Our
is on the
pets
tank,
are
you
all over
instantly
the
send in
place.
every
If you
single
see a
pet you can
it's
with
not
taunt
with a big
on.
pet
All
up, make sure
taunt
you
aggro
back it off
pets
and then move it in.
gain is then transferred
They
to
all
the
want
main
push on
tank
the
who is
same
spamming
side.
taunt,
All the
giving him
melee
insane
DPS should
aggro.
be with the pets. See,
Interesting.
look how we're moving them over. That's
See,
good.
that
We
stuff's
want
new
that.
to me.
Good job.
There's a lot of stuff that they've put in EverQuest since I played that is new, and one of those things is the Mark of the Mighty buff. It is a way to counter some of the tactics that people came up with to defeating bosses
All right,
easily
guys.
over time.
He's getting healed. Make sure you're using your stuns.
I wish I had stuns to use on him. I would stun him so hard right now. So hard.
5% until it's stun central. You do not want to see a complete heal.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get our Ignite Blood on him
Get
again.
ready, guys. All right, 30% stuns. Everybody that
Go,
has
go,
a
go.
stun now. Stuns, stuns, stuns.
How's it going? It's going great, dude. It's going great. Are we going for Innoruuk? I think the raid leader wants to, but since I can only stream for like another hour and 40 minutes, I don't know if we'll get there in
Very
time.
good.
Keep going,
Only
keep
10 more,
going.
10%.
I will stun all of you so hard. I'm going to stun you so hard, you're not even going to know what to do with yourself. Quick note. Remember to pass on all greed loot. If you will equip it, need on it.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Everything you
That
got, guys.
too.
Malin's not gonna lose.
3,
So.
2,
Yeah, that get taunted.
1! Woo!
We're hitting-
One mini boss down.
Nothing.
Luke City.
Awesome.
I'm wondering. Oh, I'm wondering if it's not working.
We didn't get a single piece of loot off him.
Not that or everything.
So these guys can drop anywhere from 0 to 4 pieces?
The minis can drop 0 stuff. We killed some minis last night that didn't drop anything.
Yeah,
in
we killed
Portal,
too
didn't
many.
we?
Did you kill any that did kill or drop something?
Yeah, we killed the Clerk last time and he dropped 2 things.
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
Alright, everybody, follow up. We're gonna move. We're gonna kill Maestro.
Okay, now this fight coming up is tough, and this guy will definitely drop loot. For the record,
Meister
if
doesn't
you are
drop
watching
anything
this
unless
right
you
now
have
and you're
it.
like,
That's
this
something.
actually looks kind of
what he could
fun,
drop.
check out my video on YouTube. If it's for you, you are welcome to join us in this game. What's really fun about what's going on right now is for the next 8 weeks, the server will be like this. But then after 8 weeks, they're releasing a brand new expansion with tons of new content. And then 12 weeks after that, another expansion. 12 weeks after that, another expansion. It's literally like,
Careful.
there's going to be so much new stuff in a year,
Well,
it's not even going to
they,
make sense.
they-
And each one of those expansions you could spend 6 months on. So it's kind of nuts. But yeah, it's a good way to scratch that MMO itch before the next kind of round of MMOs come out, like Pantheon, Crowfall, Camelot Unchained. It's pretty cool. I've been having a great time with it. Now, normally what I would be doing, by the way, is I would be charming an undead pet. So if you've noticed a lot, see these mobs that are flying around here? These are enemies in the zone that have been charmed and are now being used by enchanters, necromancers, things like that. They hit a lot harder than the default pet, which is this little guy right here. This is my normal pet. However, having a charmed pet, you have to really pay attention, because at any point the pet can break aggro, and if that happens, he will run right to you and start laying into your face.
Fatality.
And it is very easy to die when that happens. So, yeah, you have to kind of be on point for that, and since I'm streaming, I am not using a charmed pet, but normally I would be. Normally I would be.
Never get that.
Why did I get back in EQ? Because they released a
We're
progression
going
server
to
2 weeks
kill
ago.
Maestro of Rancor.
Yeah, that's the
If
big
he
reason.
doesn't drop anything, then we're going to think that it's probably not letting us get loot.
Oh.
And then we're going to go to Plane of Sky, which is a fresh instance, and we're going to do that.
Oh, and also for the record, guys, we are not ending recruitment today because I had the issue with my cat recently that kind of pushed back all my plans a little bit. So most likely you'll be hearing an update about recruitment on Sunday. It may be even a little bit later because now we're in E3. But I hope to have an announcement on guild recruitment on Sunday. Uh-oh. Is that a named? Who is that? Sage of Innoruuk. Yeah, we're going for it, man. Oh yeah, let's do show names 1. Thanks, Dub. Makes it a little bit easier to see. We're all in the same guild, so you don't need to see the guild. Which cat? My cat Torque had to be put down a couple days ago. Yeah, he unfortunately he got to the point where he let us know that it was time for him to go, and we put him down on yeah. Very, very sad, but part of life. It was a very rough day. Do. What's the player base for this game? This is the most populated server I've ever seen. On EverQuest, and I'm not kidding. My guild alone has 2,000 members. Just my guild. And there are many large guilds on this server. So it is this is probably the most populated I've ever seen an EverQuest server. Ever. I think a lot of people are ready for Pantheon. The kind of joke on this server is it's hashtag Pantheon waiting room. Yeah. Cappuccino says, is the cat sick, old, or what? Torque was 15 years old. He had renal failure over a year before he died. And then in the last 2 weeks is when it really started, like, going downhill. Like, he started to basically vomit so much he couldn't eat. So, but the thing is we didn't put him down because he was still happy, he was still bumping, he was still running around and doing his thing. And me and Lena have basically decided we have 2 rescued dogs and 5 rescued cats now. And we decided early that we will let them be around as long as their quality of life is okay. As long as they are still happy and enjoying it, then we will do everything we can to make it comfortable and happy. I mean, like right now, Khan, my dog Khan, he's basically been on his deathbed for over a year. He had to have a life-saving surgery a year ago. They opened it up to do an experimental surgery. They did something they didn't even know would work. It worked great, but he stopped eating months ago. So my dog Khan basically only eats people food. And he's only been eating people food for like 3 months. But he still loves wagging around, and he plays with Kaylee, and he's having a great time. And as long as he does that, we'll keep feeding him Chipotle. and pizza. It's the only thing he'll eat. So, you know, that's kind of the way we feel about it. So, yeah. We're all about quality of life. And the issue was, for instance, the day that we put Torque down, that morning well, I'm not going to get into it because I'll start crying. But basically that morning he let us know that was his day. There were things he did to let us know that he didn't want to be around anymore. And we called the vet that morning, and he had left that afternoon. Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I love you guys, and thank you for all the good vibes. But it's still a little fresh. So let's move on. Let's move on.
And there's Sprite golems.
Quench your thirst.
Well, just plan if you see one.
But I mean, the big thing is, guys, you have to keep in mind, me and Lena, there is very much something to be said for when a door closes, another one opens. Every time me and Lena lose an animal, we get one step closer to saving another one that may have not been saved.
Cutie.
So that's the thing me and Lena really focus on. Like, we know, like, Kaylee has nerve issues. She has some benign tumors. Kaylee's not doing great. Khan has basically been on his way out for 6 months. I could be super sad about both of those things. Or I could celebrate the time we have left and realize that when Khan and Kaylee are gone, me and Lena are planning on rescuing 2 puppies from the same litter. So, I mean, it's one thing to be sad, but it's another thing to appreciate and understand that your animals would never want you to be unhappy. And when you think about that, like, your animals would never want you to be sad, and really focus on that. There's nothing an animal benefits from the owners they love being sad. So it's a good way to do that. It's a good way to think about it. But anyway, yeah. Storm says pizza is kind of bad for dogs' health. Yeah, so is not having a working organ. And many other things. You know what's also really bad for dogs' health? When they stop eating, period. Those things are also negatively affective of their health. Keep in mind, with Khan, we tried every dog food we could. We tried wet dog food. We tried medicinal dog food. We tried, for a while, we were cooking him his own dinner every night. We would cook him chicken and rice. And he ate that for a while, and then he stopped getting tired of it. So then we gave him fish, and then he stopped eating that for a while. And then we started giving him like tuna. He liked that for a while. Then he stopped eating that. Then all of a sudden I came home one day with Chipotle, and I was like, "You want my leftovers?" He loved them. So then he started eating Chipotle. So it's like, I mean, really, it's like he eats whatever he eats, and we don't care what it is. I mean, it's whatever makes him happy. Whatever he wants to eat, he'll eat. So, you know, again, he was when we had that operation a year ago with Khan. The vet told us to say our goodbyes. The vet told us straight up, if something goes wrong with this surgery, we're going to put him down without waking him up. There's no purpose to waking him up after surgery if he's not going to live through it. So we said our goodbyes to him a year ago. So it's like, everything now is just borrowed time. You do you, buddy. Have a great time. We'll send you off to Club Med or whatever they call it. You can go, like, whatever you want to do, dude. It's yours. He's basically in hospice. So, you know, whatever he wants to do, he can do. And we feel the same way about Kaylee. It's cool, man. Whatever they want to do. But in our opinion, it's better that he eats something than nothing. That's kind of the boat we're in.
Oh, pick up the,
Luke, he already has pancreatitis. The operation was to fix his pancreas. So there's, it's like it doesn't matter at this point. Like that's just how it works. Funny enough, is the reason that he had so many issues is because his gallbladder had issues that then caused his pancreas to inflame, which then caused his stomach to get a lining infection, and he was basically going to die. But they did an experimental surgery to put a shunt in one of the ducts between his gallbladder and his stomach. That gave enough pressure off the gallbladder to make his pancreas go down, which then caused his stomach lining to get better. It was amazing. Like, he had a feeding tube for a month and a half. We fed Khan through a feeding tube. It was amazing. Dirkorv says, why are people arguing with Car over this? Oh, they're not arguing with me, dude. And they're absolutely right in what they're saying, for the record. Like, they're absolutely right. I mean, normally you would never feed a dog what we're feeding Khan. And we never did before he didn't eat. Like, that's just, you know, just for the record, you never want to normally feed pets outside of their normal food, because the food is balanced for their chemistry. So you can actually really cause problems with that.
Yeah, we got one more cat.
And all of our normal cats, we don't ever feed our animals that normally.
See though, that's
If you want to, you can do /show1.
Anyway, let's talk about something else, huh? Let's talk about some EQ. I'm sorry. I don't mean for there to be depressing topics. I'm sorry. Yeah. And again, a special shout out. It's really sad when animals pass, but the amount of good vibes this community gave me, the amount of support that I had from this community on a dark day.
Right now.
I am. I'm doing what now?
Bumming the stream to death.
I know. I'm trying not to. I'm trying. It's tough, but
I'm sad.
Everyone get in this room. Watch to your left. Watch
you guys
to your
get it,
left.
and I love you,
Everyone get
dudes.
into the room.
Thank you.
There are 2 guys over here. Kill these 2 guys. Malin,
I
kill these
actually
ones.
need to focus up a little here.
Which one's at the door? Or?
Yeah, the apple.
Okay, I
I
see
got
it.
it.
My bad, dudes.
I want everyone, if they don't have a mana potion, I know I'm going to regret saying this, open a trade with Crab. Again, if you do not have a mana potion to drink for this fight, open a trade with Crab and I'll give you one.
Is this Iregast a pet or a target?
Hey, Malin.
I'm gonna assume it's a target.
A Fire Lord has a Blood Moon.
Thank you.
You like Shadow Knight weapons?
Euclid, thank you, man. I know, Mister. I know. That's what I was just
Mana
thinking, right?
potion, come to the door.
It's a new type of raid wipe.
Sorry to keep repeating, but I know that not everybody has one on them, so do it.
It looks like Ko is not attacking at all. The big thing with my class is I have this pet. And this little pet here actually does most of my damage. So almost every single fight I'm sending the pet in, he's doing a lot of melee damage. The problem is the type of class that I am, I do a lot of damage
guys,
over
trade, let's
time.
go.
And these enemies die so fast because there's so many people here that there's not a lot I can do. Now, when we start fighting the bosses and stuff,
I can make whatever you need.
I kick ass in those fights. But when we're
just
doing
giving
this
these
little
out, guys.
trash,
Come
they
on,
die
quickly.
so quick that
Come to the
I
door.
can't really do anything. Ko is Alaskan with you guys? No. Alaskan is doing his own thing with a much smaller guild. He is not playing with us. He doesn't raid with us. He doesn't group with us.
Shout out to Obes for supplying these.
I mean, there's no
I'm not
drama or
supplying,
anything.
I'm
He's
just
just
supplying
there's lots of
supplies,
different ways to
supplies.
play this game,
So-
and he's playing it a different way than we are.
All right. Well, we've bunked the trend that these don't drop loot because that Lord of Ghast has a Shadow Knight 2-hander on him. How's man, everybody? We're gonna pull on him in a moment here.
Hang on, guys.
Still on
Anybody
the
else
chat?
need mana pots?
Wait, Blood Moon?
Yeah, Blood Moon.
You're awesome. That's great,
All right, Ko.
Shadow-
don't make,
Shadow-
don't make
Shadow
me come to
Knight
you.
on
Come
my-
over to the door.
dude. This
Yeah,
sword that
if you
we're
need
going
mana
for is
potions,
awesome.
find Crab. He's a little purple cleric over here with a
Aw.
crappy chest piece. Actually, it's like a really good chest piece, but it's not purple.
It's not purple.
Find the bard. Find the bard. There's a dwarf in the bard's crotch.
Oh,
It's a long fight, guys. You need these mana pots. If you don't have one, come over here. Make me find you, Ko. You're very skinny with your skeleton form.
oh, I'm in the back by the door.
This pet
I'm
free
good on mana pots though. I got plenty.
Copy that.
Thank you.
Desire that's running around this pet, right?
I do not need any mana pots right now. I'm super good on that. Any plans on having damage meters and
Anybody
such in
else?
Pantheon? I have no idea what they're doing with Pantheon. I actually think they specifically said they don't
Sorry about
want damage meters and stuff in Pantheon. So I don't know.
I'll
I
wait
don't
for
know.
it next time.
AFK Twitch. I've never rated in any MMO I've ever played, which is only
No, go.
2.
No, you're good.
So if you get a chance and want to explain what's going on, I'm all ears.
hoping
Oh,
to
sure,
hand it out
dude.
with you.
So what we're doing right now is just this is Plane of
All
Hate.
right,
It
this
is
guy does
Okay, hold
something a little different.
I'm gonna let you guys listen to
Chance
this.
that He has ads. Since we do not have pro monks at the moment, unless Freya wants to split it, but I think he tethers. It's not a big deal. We're gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna lull the left cleric, and then I'm gonna pull the Lord of the Ire, and I'm gonna pull the Lord of the Ire all the way over here. So I want the entire raid to come over here. Find the bard. Find the bard. Very nice.
And make sure there's nothing behind.
We're moving across the hall.
Do not go into that room. The Master of Sprite is over there. He will quench the fuck. Oh, can I quench her first? I did not.
I was wondering how long it would be. 34 minutes. That's gonna be our record for the next raid.
That was 3/4 of a curse.
I knew QuickTune wouldn't be able to make it without an F-bomb. I knew it.
You could
I knew
deny
it.
all you want as a whole
But
word.
34 minutes, he did pretty well.
Then you-
Not gonna lie, almost a quarter of the stream.
Much.
He did pretty well.
You know, quick tune.
Thank you.
That was great. I love how he tried to
We did
correct
have a
himself.
full game
Oh,
and
no!
someone just went just so you know.
Well, that was crappy odds.
Cutie kitty, I'm a necro.
I
You didn't get in the
thought I
pool
wasn't
this
gonna
time.
But anyway, so going back to where we are, we
Yeah,
spawned
where's
in
the
up
ball? I didn't
here.
get that invite.
We have fought very tough enemies to where we are now, which is down here in the main church. And what we're doing now is fighting named mobs, which are much, much more difficult than normal mobs that have
Alright,
all
now,
sorts of
Clerk.
special abilities that normal mobs don't have.
Clerk, put
They
your
also drop
banner.
much better loot. And we're fighting to here,
100%.
where a
Oh,
very
guys.
tough boss is called the Maestro of
Alright, we're going
Rancor.
to kill the Clerk of Innoruuk first.
So that's what we're doing right now.
Malent is going to main tank the Lord of Iron, and we definitely need.
This is on
lots of heals
Agnar.
him.
Yeah, the Agnar server.
Obez is going to tank the Clerk of Innoruuk, and we're going to kill the Clerk of Innoruuk before we kill the main boss, because he will kill the
So
main
ads
boss.
go first.
All right, does everyone understand that?
10-4, good buddy.
Cleric or left?
I'll pull the Clerk. I'm gonna get him. So, you
JT
just
Brick
grab the
Gaming,
one that
I think
doesn't
that's
run
pretty much how the
as well.
Pantheon
If we
guys
get
feel.
two, then we guys want to kill it that way.
Yep, cool.
Yep. I think that's pretty much how the Pantheon guys feel. Yeah, AFK Twitch, if you have any questions about what you see, feel free to ask him, dude. I'm happy to explain anything you see on the screen.
Incoming boss. Pull it back here. All right.
All right, so
Well,
here,
let's pull
the
back so I
big
got
boss
it.
is that
Got
guy,
the Clerk.
that's carrying the scythe.
Oh,
Heals on Malent.
All right, we are killing the Clerk of Innoruuk. Heals on Malent. Heals on Malent, guys. Heals on Malent.
Heals on Malent, and we're killing the
heals.
Cleric. So Cleric first, I just sent my pet in. Gonna cast a Fire Dot.
All right, so burn down the Clerk.
And that's pretty much all I'm going to do, because anything else would be a waste of mana. Although I'm going to see if I can get my life tap over time off, because that actually heals me, even if the enemy's dead.
Slow
Damn
on
it,
boss.
didn't make it in time.
Alright, it's down.
Wait for assist.
Wait
All
for
right,
the
wait for
assist
assist.
call.
It's good,
not
good,
send-
guys. Go, go.
No.
Oh, go, go, go. Okay, there we go. Do it. All right, so now we're going to load this guy up with some dots. We've got Ignite Blood. The pet is on him, so that's continuous damage being done. We're going to do our life tap DOT. That's not only going to heal us, which is good because our current form drains our life for mana, but that is also going to do damage to him. I'm going to see if I can get a Banished Undead on him. It may resist. It didn't! Great! So I can actually nuke this guy, which is awesome. I can actually help with DPS. Also going to see if we can put a Cascading Darkness on him, which is a snare that does damage over time as well. You can see right here, this guy's being
Mind your
loaded
aggro,
with
guys.
debuffs right now.
On Megas.
Like, these are all different
Yep.
people's dots and all sorts of stuff.
Obez and Malin are both tanking. Make sure you watch who he's targeting.
We're going to keep nuking. We're using a nuke that necromancers get that only works on undead enemies. So thankfully this guy is undead, or I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. You can see he just resisted there, unfortunately, like a jerk. Let's do another Ignite Blood. Make sure that's on there. We got 4 seconds left on our DOT
This guy does
for our
not
Bond
heal,
of Death.
so
We're going to
we don't
recast
have to
that
worry
as
too much
well.
about push. That exactly is crazy.
Nice heals, guys. Keep it up.
All right. Gonna keep it going here.
Again, if you didn't notice, the ghoul is undead. If you have anti-undead spells, feel free to nuke. This is a very stable pull.
Good, good,
Take
good.
your
Now we are
screenshots.
basically out of mana.
F10 is to get rid of
So
your
now I'm gonna go ahead and
UI.
pop a
If you
mana
hit
potion.
F10 And you want to take a screenshot?
One of these.
We still want lots of posts,
Got a charm
lots of
break.
picks.
Oh, that's Blood of the Wolf. That's not what I need. I need you. There we go. Now we're drinking a potion that stacks with our form. Yeah, Alex, dude, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. All right, did that actually go off?
Cross it.
Yep, there it is. Perfect. All right, and boss is down.
Rip.
What the hell?
It's the loot
Oh.
lockout.
It's the loot lockout.
So what exactly is the loot lockout?
The loot lockout is we were in here last week, and we didn't kill any of the bosses. So apparently, after a certain amount of timer, it just blocks you out, and you can't get any loot.
If
So
I'm
is
not
this going to happen
mistaken-
when we kill Rancor?
Yes.
Yes.
So we got to go, basically.
Yes.
Going
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
plane of air. So
Plane of sky.
Awesome.
play this guy.
Where are we meeting for that?
Bit of free
Kill
play.
pets.
Kill pets. We're gonna kill pets.
Not
and then
all
we're
right,
gonna
so-
group up. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you guys just heard it.
Drop one pet.
It's one of the reasons we haven't been getting any loot this run. This is one of those new mechanics that I was talking about earlier that is brand new to EQ. Back in the day, there was only this zone. And if you zoned into this zone and somebody else did, you were in the same zone. That's not how it works anymore. Now they do this kind of instancing thing where you can spawn your own instance and then fight in the zone by yourself. Now, unfortunately, as you just heard, there's some gotchas with that. And one of them is apparently that if you wait too long, the mobs stop dropping loot. I'm still learning how this system works because it is brand new to me. But yeah, pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. Is the tip only with PayPal? It is blocked in my country. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Aeon Universe, if you can't tip me where you are,
the plane of skies and
then what I'd
Freeport,
rather you do
so we're going to just port people back
is
to
buy yourself
row
something nice,
/ common land.
say it's from me, and tweet a picture at me saying, hey, Co, thanks for getting me this. That's what I'd rather you do. Don't find a different way to tip me. Just get yourself something nice and say it's from me. I would much rather you do that. And I very much appreciate the thought. Thank you. Let's get this guy. What we're doing now is all those pets that I was talking about earlier that we charmed, we're killing them all now. So the problem is if a chanter charms a pet, they have an extremely powerful weapon they can use. If that enchanter leaves the zone, then that pet immediately gets uncharmed and will start killing anyone around it. So what we're doing now is we're making sure all the pets are dead before the guild moves out, and that way everyone will be safe. Yeah. Onyx 413. In this zone, there's no reason for us to stay because the mobs aren't dropping loot. However, we're going to a different zone. There's lots of raid zones in EverQuest, especially even in vanilla. There's Plane of Hate, there's Plane of Sky, there's Plane of Fear, there's Vox, the Ice Dragon, there's Nagafin, the Red Dragon, there's Kithakor Forest, which has some mobs we can farm in there. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so we've got a lot of different options, thankfully. Also, believe it or not, there's this is an instanced version. Cool. This is an instanced version of this zone. The live version of this zone, which we could go to if we wanted to, all the mobs in there would drop loot. It's all down. It's all been killed, and we're waiting for that stuff to respawn. So, yeah. Yep. Co paid my mortgage this month. It was super nice of him. Pone Flakes, I will pay your mortgage all the time for you with your money.
Yeah, East Freeport.
That last little bit was important.
Or in North Row at Freeport, or whatever. We just need to get into Freeport. If you're at KOS, make sure you come into the stores.
Oh, I see. Port code to the Druid ring so the Druids kill him. I see your game. You phony.
They love me in Freeport.
You'll be fine. I promise.
So
Where
where
am
am
I?
I porting people to?
Oh, I'm in Commons. Okay, cool.
Right.
All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to the Plane of Sky. I actually have never been to Plane of Sky on this character. So this is going to be fun.
Freeport East.
Port me,
But yeah.
Volker, port me to Freeport East.
Pending says, MOTM is not what changed aggro
Yeah,
pets.
I'll try
All
and do
MOTM
that,
does is
maybe.
increase the named HP and increase its mitigation. It also affects
Sorry,
pets.
Valen.
After a certain number of pets, I think it's like 12 in Classic, all pet damage will be decreased by a crazy amount. Taunt was also changed. It used to be if you had a successful taunt, your aggro would go 1 point ahead of the second person at the top of the list. Now you can spam taunt, and it just keeps adding aggro instead of resetting.
Yeah, it's for like smaller races.
Interesting.
Well then, we're okay.
That is great info to know.
I feel much better.
Fantastic. This is all stuff that I really need to learn, because I help lead raids sometimes, so it's good that I get all this stuff down. Is this a free game? You can play this game free to play on servers, but we're playing on a special progression server that starts at vanilla and releases expansions every
just so
12
you guys
weeks.
know,
So unfortunately, you do have to have a Daybreak all access
if I disconnect,
subscription
now you know why.
to play on this server. Yeah, so there is that.
It doesn't
there is
matter. The
that.
clerics let me die at the start of the fight anyway, so it's cool.
Oh.
Way lost.
Some
That's
way
actually
that
probably
was
good for this
yeah,
because
it
we're
was
kind of
really
like
quick.
introducing
Talking
people to
like that.
raiding today, so it
I
may be
expect
kind of
it.
good to do something like Play the Sky. What I'd really like to do is do
yeah, for
Vox
Dragon
and
on
Nagy and those big dragon raids that have lots of
But you
interesting
guys
mechanics and
vegetable
stuff.
at that time.
Why was I losing HP? Because I had a spell on me called Lich, and that trades my HP for mana. Why am I floating? Because that's a spell called Dead Man Floating, which gives me infravision, underwater breathing, and levitate. So I'm actually levitating right now. Yep. It's pretty awesome.
All right, everybody, we are getting to Freeport East. If you can zone in the Freeport East, go to the docks. If you need invisibility, if you need something like that, please get in touch with a member of your group to get in here. But we are going to move from Common Lands Road
I have
to
no idea, to be
Freeport
honest.
East. It is at the docks.
In addition
So
to that, as
there's
far
no
as the
guards,
loot
nothing
lockout,
around.
if you
So once
open
you
up
get
an
to the dock,
expedition
you'll be
window,
okay.
should be
So
Alt
get up
Z,
to
you
it.
can see a loot lockout for hate. If you see that lockout, you will
militia
not get
patrols
loot
over
until
there?
that expires.
They don't, because
Yeah.
they do, but he's up high up on the hill,
Right there.
so you're okay.
Oh, interesting. So you can just open up your expedition information with Alt Z, and you can see that we have a loot lockout on hate for the next 21 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we were unsure if that only affected things that we'd already killed, because we didn't kill any of the minis, so we were hoping that it was going to let us kill the stuff that we haven't touched. But I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess. Well, now we know how that works. That's unfortunate.
If
It's a
I'm not
test run.
mistaken, with
Do it
that,
once.
when you have loot lockouts, you have those people stay back and don't go into the expedition right
Hey,
away.
Thetaphobe.
And you kill something, and then you
Does
bring
my
people
beanie
with
give
the
me a
loot
buff?
lockout
Yes,
in,
plus 3
and I
charisma and
think
plus
you get
15 hit
loot from
points.
unnamed.
Also plus 1
Well,
stamina,
we
but we don't
will,
talk about
again,
that.
we're still learning all these newfangled mechanics, so next.
I look
goes
really
away today,
big.
so
I'm actually really
we'll,
tiny.
figure it out.
Hold on, maybe I can. Let me see here.
Just let everyone know the militia patrol they do patrol.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes. So make sure you're in invisibility, but the agent and change is up on
There
the
we
very
go.
top hill.
Now
so
we're a
make
dark
sure
elf.
that we go,
Oh, please don't kill me.
up
Are you gonna
there.
kill
Just
me?
Hang out. Should be safe.
No, you aren't. Okay, good. Very good.
I just wanted to let everybody know if they're evil.
This is the new Freeport. They completely redid this zone, and it is very different from when I played it back in the day.
You guys are really MVPs.
You want to go to the North Row zone line?
You want to go into
Oh,
Freeport.
this way.
If
I
you
still
are
am learning
able-
my way
I'm in
around the zone.
Freeport. I just want to. Where do I go from?
Oh, agent and change. It's at the docks.
Are you wearing a... I want that robe.
I see.
Thank you.
That is the same look as a shimmering metallic robe, which is a very nice robe that I need
Oh,
to
the
go
dogs
camp.
are super.
In fact, I may work on that tonight. I may work on that tonight. I need to get a molten cloak. I need to get a shimmering black robe. I need to get better legs. I still don't know what legs I'm going to get, but I need to get better legs. I'm not really feeling my silver silk.
Yeah, we're all standing up here.
I'm good on here. I'm good on here. I also need to replace my embroidered black cape. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I need to farm. I do. I got really nice sleeves though. These are my sleeves from Hate. That's good at least. And my Harvester and Steinamagik are gonna do okay. So. Hurt. Yeah, Steinamagik is awesome. This is one of the things I love about this game. Some of the best items that you have at the end of the game, you don't have to be max level to get. No.
Oh.
Embroidered black cloak.
Okay.
I wish, man.
I'm like, man.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I still need to replace. That being said, I can happily help you camp that. I used to camp that for money back on Ragefire, so if you ever want some help, just give me a yell.
Yeah, I've been organizing it here and there, but we've been raiding so much, we haven't done anything group-wise this week.
Dude, we're doing so many raiding that, I mean, we're gonna have to literally force people not to raid a few nights a week.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, we know you want to, but no. Wait, be patient. Oh,
That's
man.
Organize a
there's
night
so
that
many
we
of
power
us.
level. I think that'd be really great. Where we get the level 50s out of group that just do buffs and heals, and you really just skyrocket people while they use EXP pods. That's.
Oh, by the way,
I'm
there
trying to
are
pass
better
them
graphics
for
and models. I
future.
purposefully don't have them turned on. I love these old models. I think they're great. I mean, it doesn't affect the gameplay. There are much higher res models I could be using. I'm purposefully not using them.
Now's a good time to look at the Project 1999 wiki at the Sky stuff if you'd like.
Sky drops the
Ooh.
best loot in the game. They are almost all quests. So if something drops and it doesn't have your name on it,
Oh, where do we go
check
up
it
here?
up and see if it actually is part of a quest for you. The best loot in Classic drops from Plane of Sky.
When in doubt, don't roll on it.
Great. Oh, there's the boat.
Oh, Adam West died.
Yeah,
Oh,
R.I.P.
what?
Adam West. Yeah, he died
Oh,
today.
man.
He will be missed. Adam West.